Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you for joining my channel. Thank you to my new subscribers, my added friends to my YouTube channel, and thank you for paying attention. Now, the mind control in society is nothing new. People have been controlling people in society since the invention of society, the modern citadel. And people have been complaining about the control that they've been living under for centuries and possibly millenniums. And I try to tell people, you can't really change society. You could only change yourself. Even when it comes down to government, people trying to get into government and trying to change the government, you cannot do that. You could only change yourself. Because if you're trying to go into a form of governmental establishment and try to change it from the inside out, it's not going to work, because all those people, they already have and developed a one set track mind designed on their own personal agenda. Whether it be privatized companies, business organizations, or military, it could be secret agents, it doesn't matter who it is. These people have a desired motive and a goal, and they're going to achieve this by any means necessary. It doesn't matter of the ramifications of people dying or destruction of our natural planet. It doesn't matter. They do not care. Another case is people complain about the food that they're eating and how horrible it is and how much chemicals is in the food and growth hormones and stuff and how unhealthy they are and all the other complaints that come along with food that they're consuming in grocery stores, processed food, refined, and all the other above. And I try sometimes to elaborate to some people and say, why don't you grow your own food? They come up with many different excuses not to grow their own food. I mean, it doesn't take you one day or a week to just start growing a whole bunch of food. You go day by day and see what you could do. Week by week, month by month, and you start growing your own garden. In a few months, you might have a section of your garden, just a section of your patio or your backyard, growing everything that you need and everything that you might desire to eat comfortably. But people, when you try to give them solutions, they try to create reasons and excuses not to do it, because their mind is so corrupted by sublime messages, consumerism. They find it much more easy to go out and purchase something than to grow it, make it, build it all on their own. It's the slave mind, the hive mind. And I try my best to do so much on my own. I'm only one individual, and I do quite a lot. I have green onions on the patio. I have aloe on the patio. I have mint. I have pumpkin growing. I have what else I have? I don't have a cucumber. I need cucumber. I have carrots. I have quite a few, and I'll show you those on my video. But you start out little by little. As simple as that. But in order for you to do this, you have to change your mind. That's why it makes me laugh when I hear people say, well, for you to grow a garden, you're going to need a backyard. Oh, man, you're going to need this, you're going to need this. The reason why people jump to these discouraging message is because in their mind, they can't do it. They can't perceive themselves doing it. So they give you a discouraging message, whether they know it or not. It might not be intentional, but they give you messages and you receive it discouraging that you can't do it or it's impossible or you're going to need this, or you're going to need that to do that. You can't do that because you don't have your own backyard, you don't have your own property. They give you all this so-called advice. They think they're giving you advice, but it's basically discouraging subconscious message they're giving you. You understand? So by them saying this, no matter what it is that you say, excuse me, no matter what it is you say that you're going to do, they can't perceive themselves doing it, so they try to say something that they'll discourage you. And you find it a lot in society with people because they don't have it in themselves to do it. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about off-grid, and there's a favorite video of mine. A couple, they live, I believe, in Canada, and they live completely off the grid. The wife, she has her friend come over, they exercise in the gym, and the machines power the battery. The husband, he works from home. I believe they both work from home. They have the solar panels, they have the wind generator, they have everything to their comfort. And they're not lacking anything, excuse me. They're not lacking anything. And they live comfortably. They have their kids report on the video about they challenge the status quo and they go beyond and show people that it can be done. And that's the thing. When people say that you can't do something or they perceive something as being impossible, you do it, but also go beyond that. If you're going to build a motorcycle, build a motorcycle, but go beyond it. Let it run on freaking hydrogen. Let it run on oil. I mean, natural oil, like some natural fuel. Let it run on solar energy. Whatever it is. Show them that it is possible and more. Because that'll be basically a slap in their face to show them that it can be done. But it'll also show them that they were being lazy mentally. That's the problem. People always find excuses not to do shit and then turn around and complain about it. There will be a time in my life when I give up basically almost everything and drop everything on a dime and just go off grid, because I see myself there. That's why I see myself. That's where I see myself. Off grid. My old solar energy, my wind powered, my grow my own food in my own garden, my own property. I see all this. I see all this. My self-sufficient energy, renewable home. I see all this. I see my companion giving birth to my child, or to our child, in the comfort of our own home, naturally. No chemical-induced labor, birth giving, none of that. All natural birth. In the comfort of our own home, between both of us. I see all that. Because it's here. That's what I want, and that's what I'm going to aim to get. I'm going to aim towards that. I aim to get that because I have it here. Now, for the people that they depend totally on society for everything, because even when it comes down to the modernized way of birthing, it's illogical. Nothing about giving birth in a hospital is natural. It's not natural at all. From the position that the female sits in on the bed, it's not natural. That's not how it's supposed to be done. Giving birth is supposed to be natural and with the force of gravity. That's why a female is supposed to squat when she's giving birth. That's why a female is supposed to be hunched over in a squatting position giving birth to her child. Whether it be in a pool of water or in a bucket, a basin, or bathtub, it's supposed to be natural. You understand? It's not supposed to be given a injection to make the birth sequence much more relaxing. No, that's not natural, because you're putting something in somebody, whether it be intravenously or in their butt cheeks or wherever. It's not natural. The birth sequence is supposed to be natural. All chemicals should be released neurologically and flow through the body to help relax the female's birth canal or organs, everything. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be done. But because there's a monopoly on giving birth to kids in hospital, they profit off of that. And they rob people, rob female in a natural way of giving birth. Even when it comes to movies, take a look at movies. They show when females are giving birth, they make it seem like it's so freaking painful and like it's hell. You ever see these females in the movies giving birth? I hate you. I want you to die. You get this damn baby out of me. I hate you. You did this to me. That's not how birth is supposed to be. It's a freaking lie. It's a complete fallacy. It's garbage, nonsense, bullshit. They lie to females and they make it seem, like it's supposed to be natural. And in the female psyche, they register this, and this is how they behave. In the female psyche, they register this. They see the movie and be like, okay, this is how I'm supposed to behave. And when I give birth, I'm supposed to scream. I'm supposed to say I hate my husband. I'm supposed to say I hate my mate. I'm supposed to say I hate my companion. And it's all natural. No, that's not natural. You're supposed to be in a euphoric experience when you're giving birth. That's how it's supposed to be. Your body is supposed to relax. You're supposed to feel like you had 2 beer or 3 shots of a alcohol that's not really strong or foolproof. That should relax you. That's how you're supposed to feel. But you're supposed to feel like that on a natural way. The serotonin level is supposed to flood your freaking body. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be. All the natural chemicals in your mind should pour all through your veins, course through your body, and help you to deliver that child. It's supposed to be natural. But that's how it is in society. They try to take away your rights and your freedoms of controlling your own. And that has to do in relationship with your way of living, food, mentally, physically, everything you could think of when it comes to society. They rob you from that. But to gain control of yourself, you have to break away mentally. And anytime you hear somebody say something is impossible and it's not possible, it's because they can't do it. Remember that. Anytime you hear somebody say you can't do something, or whatever you're trying to do is impossible, or they try to retard you or deter you from doing that, it's because they can't do it. Remember that. And that will empower you so you could do it on your own. But here's a secret. When you're doing it, whatever it is that you're perceiving or you're going to do or accomplish, do it. Okay? But add something extra. Okay? Just to fucking slap them in the damn face to show them that you did it. Don't tell them that, hey, I did it. Let them see it. Let them see it. They'll know that they're wrong, but they won't admit it. Okay? They'll know they're wrong, but they won't admit it. It's called pride. Too much fucking pride. With that said, see you out. Have a good day.